Okay, so more John Thomas's closed guard system. I think this is week 4. So we were looking at ways of getting the overhook. So we looked at a reverse Kimura grip, and we looked at this loop one over the head. We'll do both. So let's just say make that grip. I come underneath. I pull with my knees, and the sharp bit of my wrist goes under Shay's wrist, and I actually break that grip. Hold the wrist in place, and then I switch so he can't get inside track, and then I just basically get a grip at the armpit. I'd rather have the grip at the armpit than at the elbow, because now Shay can posture from there, just posture perfect. Whereas if I'm higher up, posture now, and I glue my elbow to my body, it's a lot harder. And now I'm just going to start pulling his arm this way. If he doesn't make a reaction, I'm just winning the underhook, hipping out, and I'm going to start to take the back. But a reaction that Shay will make from that position is he'll pull his arm back. Notice the way when he pulls his arm back, it's bent. Okay? All I'm going to do is from that position, push his fist towards him, which is an easy pressure. My left forearm is coming inside, and I'm grabbing my own wrist. So really the crook of my arm is around Shay's arm. Okay? Now I need to cut an angle, so I just open my legs, hip escape, and I reclose my guard at Shay's left hip. Now I just push his wrist as if I'm trying to put a Kimura on him. It only gets so far, and then from that position, I'm going to let go of my own wrist and find the collar, and I have the overhook. So again, from here, last time we looked at how if there was a loose bit of the collar, I'm just making the grip, turning my elbow inside, and as I pull towards, we have that cross choke. But sometimes you'll get people with a really tight gi on, and when you go to make this grip here, there's really nothing because the lapel is so tight. Another option we have is this punch choke. So from this position, I'm just going to put 4 fingers inside his right collar till the second knuckle line, thumb comes outside, and then I just rotate my wrist to get my knuckles on his jugular. I don't have to push really hard, just the curl of my left hand in his left jugular basically gets the top. Okay, but if you're really nasty, you can just push it in. So it's a wee bit more uncomfortable. This is actually a very quick choke. It's going to be a lot quicker than the cross choke, but there is a wee bit more discomfort in it. So Shay's inside my close guard, looking at all the things that we looked at in week 1 and 2. I want my butt off the mat so I can break his posture. So right hand makes the cross grip. That's a cuff grip, 4 fingers inside, covered with my thumb. The left comes underneath. I find my own wrist, turn my wrist up so the sharp bit's against his, and then as I pull with my knees, I'm just bringing this over my head. I don't want him re-grabbing again. He can re-grab the collar or re-grab this sleeve. So the minute I come to there, I just find that, and then I just do that. So now I'm controlling the inside space. Immediately I'm not grabbing at the elbow. I grab higher up at the at the armpit, and then I pull with my knees and you just arm drag him, expecting him to pull back, free stay there. Notice the way there's a bend in his arm. So I start pushing this in. My hand lets go. I put the crook of my arm around his arm, and I grab my own wrist. Now I need to cut an angle because I'm flat on my back and I don't have the leverage to push this through. So I open my legs and use the connection of my legs on his hips to shrimp onto my right side, and I reclose. Now this gives me an angle. As I push this arm through, as if I'm nearly trying to put a Kimura in him, I have nearly the wizard with my left arm. I just let go of my own wrist, come through and find that collar. And now I have the overhook, and now I'm flat on my back again. So now we have the cross choke, but if I can't physically make that grip, and there's nothing there, I'm just going to slide inside and get 4 fingers inside, beside his right jugular. Make a fist, and now it's more of a curl of my left hand, and a push with my right to make that cross choke. We'll just turn so you can see what we're doing on this side. So cross grip, break the grip, go for the arm drag as he pulls back. All I'm doing from my position is getting the crook of my arm inside his arm and grabbing my own wrist. Open my legs, cut an angle, and as I push that through, I have the whizzer. Now my left hand's going deep. So I haven't got it as deep as a cross collar choke, but the tension in the lapel, his left lapel's on his left jugular. I want that. If I can't get that, there'll always be space here. Now it's not just about pushing this in, see the pain, the discomfort there. It's more the curl of this wrist and just close off that jugular. So it's just a slight curl and a push in. So that's the option of the punch choke of a failed cross collar choke.